Hello everyone, we are continuing our tutorials on Unreal Media Server. My name is Max, I'm one of the architects of Unreal Media Server software. This is our tutorial number 3 and it will be dedicated to live streaming. Live streaming with Unreal Live Server. So the application that you can see here on the screen is Live Server Configuration Program. The program where you configure live sources for live streaming with Unreal Live Server. The server itself runs as a Windows service. You can stop the service from File menu, you can start it from there. As you can see, currently we have one live source configured, and that's the live source that we are currently recording. We are not streaming it, we are just recording it. That's how we record this tutorial. And this live source has two inputs, video and audio. So video is use screen capture and audio is microphone. So it records the screen and my voice through microphone. I have a USB webcam attached to this notebook. So let's configure the live source with USB webcam. The live server, Unreal Live Server, captures audio and video from any USB devices, USB webcams, capture cards, microphones. Also captures audio video from RTSP cameras, RTSP servers, and it can also capture your computer screen, your desktop. To download the live server, you again go to our download page, umidiserver.net, download and download the live server, which is just 2 megs and it installs in seconds. And to capture your screen, you go down to add-on sections and download a screen capture direct show source filter. That's what you need. So let's configure a new live source and see what we can do with it. Right click on live sources, add new media source, add video channel. That's my webcam. On this page you see that the webcam provides uncompressed video and also provides MJPEG. So we could just stream MJPEG without applying any software compression. So we could offload our CPU from encoding and just stream the hardware encoded content that the hardware compresses. But so if you have a capture card that encodes H.264 or VC1, that would be a good choice to choose here, because you don't need to transcode in software. So live server will not do actual encoding, because encoding, so video encoding is a very CPU processor intensive process. So we don't want actually MJPEG. So let's capture the uncompressed video and apply software compression. So configuring a live source is a wizard which just guides you through the process. This is all the native sizes that the webcam offers HD. Let's preview it. The webcam is watching me doing the tutorial. Let's choose any size. You could also modify the size, crop, resize, make any size you want. Let's go next. blend timestamp, blend text. You can blend any text on top of video. Let's blend a timestamp. See how it looks. That's the timestamp here. It's a little bit transparent. Let's do it more opaque. Let's do it completely opaque. Okay, next. You can stream video only. You can also add audio channel. Let's add audio channel. The webcam has a microphone. So, as you can see, this process is pretty intuitive. Okay, now on this page, this is very important encoding page where you specify what codecs your live audio video will be encoded with. This setting is for our streaming media player and Unreal Media server. Basically, it advises the server and player of a buffer size. So for real time, the server and the player will not keep any buffers. The playback will be as close to real time as possible. So let's stick with real time. These are our encoding presets that define the bit rates and codecs. So by default we encode with the VC1 WMV video codec and MP3 audio. But you can choose the application, the player application that your audience will play with to specify different codecs, because not every end user device will play VC1 and MP3. For example, Flash player will not play VC1 Windows Media Video. So here you can specify what is your target player. For example, if you choose a Flash player, then the codecs will be H.264 and AAC. And switching to a different preset, different profile will just change the bit rates. Or if you specifically want Windows Media player or Silverlight, then you need to encode with Windows Media Video VC1 and Windows Media Audio. So you can also let's do Flash player. You can also specify the encodings manually. Here you can see that some codecs are disabled. That's because we currently selected a Flash player. So Flash player can only decode MP3 and AAC audio. Will not decode Windows Media Audio. So let's unselect that. Let's do not specified. And go into manual. You have a full control over different codecs, different you can choose all the different encoding types a particular codec offers. For example, that's all the AAC profiles that you can use. Video encoding, so you can see audio encoding MP3, AAC, Windows Media Audio, GSM 6, which is very low latency codec. Video encoding MPEG-4, VC1, H.264. You can specify exactly what profile and what level you need. You can specify the exact bitrate, and you can also do custom video and audio encoding. This will work with any Windows-based codec that is done as direct show transform filter, and every Windows codec actually is done like that. So if you have your own custom specified specific codec, you can use it here. For example, VP7, VP8 could be a good idea to use here. So for now let's cancel that. Let's just stick with one of the presets, high speed preset. Specify, as you can see, not specified, you end up with VC1 and MP3 audio, which is a good encoding for any Windows based player except the Flash player, but it will not play on iPhones, iPads, will not play on set-top boxes, so only Windows based players, Unreal player, Windows Media player. So let's do more standards encoding like Flash player. So H.264 and AAC. This will probably be your almost always target encoding, because any device, set-top boxes, iPhones, iPads will play it. Silverlight player will also play it. Flash player plays it, and this is pretty much the accepted encoding for modern streaming industry. Okay, let's do next. Description is just our description. So as I said before, you can use the live server just for encoding, for recording. Sorry, for recording with no streaming. So recording enables you to create a schedule for automated recording. You can choose just to record when it's being streamed. So when somebody is watching the camera, it will be automatically recorded. You can also create a schedule for recording, just to record based on time. So you can just record always or specify time. And you can also record based on motion detection. So video motion detection, audio beat detection. So if some noise is detected, and you can choose what actions to perform when those happen. Record video, record audio. You have a full control of what to do. Let's not do that now. Let's just set up a time, set up a schedule. So it will record starting at that time, ending this time. Okay, finish. So now you have your webcam configured. Doing a right click on a live source, you can start recording, and then you can stop recording. As you can see, this live source is what we're currently recording. So if I do stop recording, the tutorial will stop. So I won't do that now. If you want to update any setting that you have done, you can right click update, and you can change. You can go through those tabs again and change video size, change the encoding, add recording interval, things like that. So we have configured the live source on this computer, the webcam. In this tutorial I wanted to show you how to stream across your local area network. So I have configured the same webcam, the same live source on my other computer, 192.168.1.5. So let me switch to that computer. As you can see, the same source from the same webcam is configured here. So the live server runs on 192.168.1.5 and our media server runs here, which is .1.6. So how do you bind media server and live server? Using media server configuration program, you create a live broadcast that will point to this live server, and you can create two types of live broadcast: dynamic live broadcast and static live broadcast. Static live broadcast, in static live broadcast, the media server will initiate the connection to the live server. So if you are on local area network and media server can connect to live server, you should create a static live broadcast. So let's do that. Let's create a static live broadcast. Specify the alias. It will be called webcam. And the IP address of the live server is 192.168.1.5. Here you can specify how the live server will stream to media server. It always streams with our own UMS protocol. So the live server can only stream to Unreal Media Server. The live server cannot stream directly to any other streaming servers. So UMS protocol can be done over TCP and UDP transports. So let's specify TCP for now. And we have created a static live broadcast that points to this instance of live server running on 192.168.1.5. Once we have done that, we can play this broadcast using any player that can play the encoding that is specified there in the live server configuration program. And you can see that this is encoded with H.264 AAC audio, so you can practically stream this live broadcast to any player and any device using Unreal Media Server. I'll just show you now how to play it with our own player. 192.168.1.6 is the IP address of this machine, of this media server. The alias is webcam. So it streams. The latency is, as you can see, is about a second, less than a second. The live source was done as real time. In the following tutorials, I'll show you how to stream the same live broadcast to different players, different devices. Right now I want to show you what you can do if the media server cannot directly connect to your live server computer. For example, the media server runs somewhere on the different network, or the media server runs on public CDN or public internet service provider. But live server resides in your own local area network. So in this case, only live server can initiate the connection to a media server. So in other words, live server can push, live server needs to push to media server. For this, you create a dynamic live broadcast. Dynamic live broadcast. Specify alias. Let's call it dynamic din webcam. And you need to set a password for that. Specify some password, because otherwise anyone who knows this alias on the Midi server could connect his live server to this. So you have to set the password. So you have the DIN webcam, and if you try to play it immediately, you have this error message that Midi server cannot connect to camera live source server. Actually, that means that there's no connection. The live server is not connected yet. So you need to go to your live server computer and manually connect it. You can do it manually, you can do it through our SDK automatically. So you do right click on the live source, connect to Midi server, and you need to specify the IP address, which is 192.168.1.6. Note that we are now on .1.5 and we are connecting to a Midi server located here. That's the port for live server connections. The alias was DIN webcam and the password was this. Connect. We're connected. You can close this window. We're still connected. You can see here that we are connected, but there's no stream going over this connection. So going back here, you can also switch into live connections tab. You can see that you have a connection. So now if you wanna play this DIN webcam broadcast, it will work and it will do the same as webcam. So in this tutorial you have seen how you create a live broadcast with a live server and how you can connect this live broadcast to a media server.